Right, Sam, do a little bit for Fournilwrittenalloverit. It's the last weekend coming up and we're doing a 4-0 little special tonight. Where are you off to dressed like that, Mush?
What does it look like?
Are you going, what, like a Walt Disney character? Where are you going?
I'm going to Waitrose to have myself a bit of cash for the summer.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Oh, where am I going? I'm so glad you asked, Sam. I'm so glad you asked. I've got a ticket here to go and meet Michael Eisner at the Portsmouth Guildhall, and that's where I'm going to go now. And I tell you what, I'm so excited because I think this whole takeover thing is fantastic news, and it's going to be really nice to actually see the chap in person. I think he's turning up with his sons and everything. Obviously you can't come because you didn't stump up the cash, mate. So I'm just coming. Yeah, all right. So
can I go to work?
Yeah, and I'm going to go and jump on the train and go down and see what this is all about. Exciting times for Pompey. Well, a nice quick trip down. Here we are at Portsmouth and Southsea. Go and find a Guildhall. Haven't been here for a while, but looking forward to it. Outside the Guildhall, I've got to find my way in, but very impressive looking building. There's not many Pompey fans here yet, but maybe they've gone round the back, so I'm going to have to go and have a look in case there's a little sneaky little entrance round the back. I found the entrance. It was round the side here, so a lot of Pompey fans all going in. All got their tickets ready. Tucked up at the back row here, nice and comfortable, lovely big auditorium, lots of people in suits about, it's quite exciting stuff. There's got to be a couple of thousand people in here. The tension's building, the tension's mounting.
I reckon on the radio interviews I've heard and TV interviews, he's dispelled a lot of the fears last night. You know, all things about
What fears did you have?
Things about separating the ground and the club badge and everything like that. I think he's sorted that out. He's got it all sorted out in his head. He knows what he's doing.
Did you hear the interview as well last night?
Yeah, brilliant.
And what's your thoughts about this bloke taking over our club?
He sounds the real deal. He's rather than someone we never heard of before from China or somewhere like that, Far East. I think he knows what he's doing.
Championship next year?
Hopefully.
Now, what do you think?
Well, I think depends on the budget. Every chance, yeah.
Well, I think we'll go straight up.
Good for you.
You know, I was just thinking, it's taken me 65 years to get on the stage this big with an audience this large, only to find out that I'm a supporting act. Thank you very much. Very generous. And I also would like to add before you begin, my congratulations. Sitting in Los Angeles listening to the radio broadcast of that moment of promotion, I felt as though I was reliving a youth I never had. So, we never had it in football. So, congratulations, and I thank you for welcoming me. I thought a good way to introduce myself to you would be to offer some prepared remarks followed by a Q&A. So I'm going to give an overview of my background, my interest in Pompey, and what I think I could bring to the club. I'd like to start by asking you to take a moment to imagine a venerable and cherished institution that was once first in its class. But over the years it suffered from neglect and mismanagement until it came upon itself to be plundered from the outside by those who saw it as a financial asset to be picked over. Finally, it was faced with two choices: continue on its current path and risk disappearing altogether, or it could be nurtured and invested in so that it could again go to its old glory. Now I would like to invite my two sons and Andy Redmond to join me at this table, and we will be happy to answer all the questions, whatever they are, right now. So, first son coming up is Breck Eisner. Breck is a poetry poet. Director. My next son, Eric Eisner.
I was quite impressed with that. I just want to know what you thought.
Yeah, very quietly impressed. I like the idea that he's used his own money, not borrowing against the name of the club. It's a chance we've got to take. There's a risk in it, but the alternative is not really an option. So yes, my vote's yes.
Mate, what do you think of that?
Well, I think he was very engaging, very professional. He's obviously, with his track record, he's obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he's got a big track record.
The problem he's up against, I think, is the cynicism that's been built up in the time before the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And like any breakdown in a relationship, to build trust up again takes a lot of repair jobs. PSG have done it, the current directors and the CEO and the team have done it. But we don't forget what happened before that, and it's going to be hard to do.
I was impressed with Michael. I'm a little bit concerned with down the road where the father bought out Southampton, and then the children took it over, and then they sold it. So I'm a little bit concerned what happens with the children.
Do you know who you're going to vote for yet?
I'm probably now going to go for a yes.
Listen, what do you think of that?
I was right upstairs, and sometimes I couldn't hear it all. But I thought he was quite a genuine man, and I thought the bloke on the end.
I think that was his chief executive.
Yeah. I thought he put over quite a good argument, and I think that some of the questions were ridiculous.
It's interesting you said that. A lot of them were very similar, weren't they? And
they're ridiculous, and to me it seemed as though it were people that weren't going to accept any offer at all.
Interesting night, thoroughly enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the Michael Eisner presentation. I think it was quite positive. There were quite a few questions about would he sell the club for the future. There was a bit of concern about whether they'd move the stadium, that kind of thing, and obviously there's a little bit of cynicism because of the past owners we've had at the club. That was sort of seeping through a bit, but my impression was, by and large, it was quite positive, and I think, I kind of think the vote will go for Eisner. I can't see it going any other way, but we will see. He came across as quite genuine to me, and I think it was broadcast on Express FM, so let's see how we get on. And I'm going to get the train home, and I will see you Saturday.
Service to Portsmouth Harbour is delayed by approximately 14 minutes due to an earlier trespass. Please listen for further announcements.